फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज,
सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म,
क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।
Hello everyone, you're watching Cricket Next. I'm Surama Kaushik. It's time to gear up for a T20 series against Afghanistan. Now, what's interesting in this series? The most interesting element of this series is that Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are back in the T20 squad. Well, we had a lot of discussions around this yesterday in our live session, but today we are addressing a big question. The question is that which youngster will make place for Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli in this T20 series and also in the upcoming T20 World Cup. There are a lot of other questions as well. Will Rahul be back in the T20 squad? Will Shami be back in the T20 squad? Once Sky and Hardik Pandya will be fit, then who will get a chance in this squad? Will that be youngsters or Hardik Pandya and Sky? A lot of questions are there. But first up, let me introduce you all with the guests of our live session today. And for that, I have with me Network 18 Group Sports Editor K. Srinivas Rao, Sahil Malhotra, Chetan Narula, and Jamie Alden. Hello, gentlemen. Good to see you here in this live. Had great discussion with Sahil yesterday as soon as the squad was announced. So I'll begin with Jamie and Chetan and Srini because didn't hear from them yesterday. First up, Srini, I believe in past month or so, asked this question to you n number of times that will Rohit and Kohli be there in the T20 squad or not? And we all had the same idea that they shouldn't be there in the squad. But it seems that Indian team, they have something else on their mind, and that's why they have included Rohit and Kohli. What's your take? Is this fair or unfair?
Yesterday, when this news came out and the squad came out, I was clearly at loss of words. I have no words to kind of explain why this has happened. See, let me not go into whether it's right or whether it's wrong. There will be people who will be able to justify Rohit's selection, Virat's selection, probably in the current form. There'll be people who will who will probably say that Rohit seems to be in the form, kind of great touch from a white ball perspective, the way he played the 50-over World Cup. But what is the narrative here? What exactly is the Indian team management or selectors or the BCCI in this case? What exactly are they trying to accomplish here by getting two men who they had discarded? I remember reading stories in the media a year ago saying that Rohit and Virat will not be considered for T20. Am I right? I'm not the only one who read these stories, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So from there, 12 months of hibernation, and today you go back to square one because what is the कारण क्या है और choice ही क्या है हमारे पास. That is the narrative, कि और choice क्या है हमारे पास. So yesterday I was talking to Sahil Malhotra about this in the evening. So when I heard this line, और choice क्या है बताइए. So I was telling him, you know what? The fact that Rohit and Virat have been picked is actually not so disappointing. What is rather disappointing is somebody telling me, आज बताइए हमारे पास choice ही क्या है. अगर आपके पास choice नहीं है तो मुझे नहीं पता किसके पास choice है इस दुनिया में. In from a T20 standpoint. And just to wrap it up for now, give me one good reason why KL Rahul, if he scores a couple of half centuries in the initial matches, will not be back in this lineup. Give me one reason. He's going to join. रिंकू सिंह क्या करते हैं कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. यशस्वी जायसवाल एंड ऋतुराज गायकवाड़ पंच above their shoulders, फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. What is depressing right now is that a guy who made his T20 debut in 2006-2007 is still your first choice after how many World Cups have happened in all these years? After all these T20 World Cups and after these many years. What do I say? I mean, there's nothing to say. Like, it's depressing.
Yes, it is depressing. Jamie, what kind of message we are giving to our youngsters? Are we giving a message that you go and play bilateral series for us, and once we'll start planning for major tournaments like the T20 World Cup, you'll be our second choice? Are we giving such kind of messages to our youngsters?
Absolutely. I won't repeat what I've been saying since November 20th, how those five T20Is against Australia were inconsequential, as were the ones in South Africa, and are these, because we all knew that these guys would come back, and Shrini's right. KL Rahul most likely will come back. So I'm just comparing the last squad, the squad from the most recent T20I series, to what's been picked yesterday, as well as players. There's at least six players who are going to come back. Let's start with Hardik Pandya, who was India's number one T20I captain in the last 14 months. There's Suryakumar Yadav, who we all know he'll be there. There's Shreyas Iyer. There's Jasprit Bumrah. There's Mohammad Siraj. And there's one of KL Rahul / Ishan Kishan. Ishan Kishan would have been here, but he's on a personal break to get his career back in order. I, like Chetan, fully believe that Sanju Samson will not be one of the keepers. It'll be Jitesh Sharma. It'll be one, and the other one will be KL Rahul if he scores runs like Srini mentioned, or it'll be Ishan Kishan because he's been doing the job, right? I don't see
Yeah.
Ruturaj Gaijkwad coming back because you have Jaiswal, you have Gill, and you have Rohit Sharma. So look at the current squad and look what's going to happen in 4.5, 5 months' time. Hardik Pandya comes back, Shivam Dube goes out, Bumrah Siraj come back in, Avesh and Mukesh go out, Suryakumar Yadav comes in. Who goes out? Will it be Tilak Varma? Will it be Shubman Gill? I don't know. Shreyas Iyer comes back again. Either Rinku, Tilak, or Gill are going to have to make their way out. One keeper comes in, Sanju Samson comes in. Does Ravindra Jadeja come back? No press conferences, no accountability. We don't know what's happening to him. Because of that, I will still keep one slot open. That means one of Akshar / Washington Sundar has to go out. Whatever happens, who knows? My biggest question is, what does Rinku Singh do? I've been saying this for 2 months now. Rinku Singh can score 550s in a row. He's not going to do much apart from wear a bib and carry drinks in the T20 World Cup. Is that fair? Absolutely not. But when you're dealing with players of the level of Virat Kohli, nearly 5,000 runs in T20Is, Rohit Sharma, the second leading run scorer, it's impossible, for the BCCI not to consider them. Why has Rohit been picked as captain? I don't know. Is it the fact that he got the team to the Asia Cup? Is it the fact that he got the team to the one-day World Cup final? Or is it the fact that the three men who captained India in the last 14 months are all injured? If it was any other country, I'd give you a straightforward answer. But it's the BCCI. We will never actually know until someone. So I know the topic of the day is whose place will Virat and Rohit take? But I believe that's an unjust to all the other five players I just named. Six players, Suramya, six players
Yeah.
are going to have to vacate. तो बात सिर्फ रोहित और कोहली की नहीं है. Sky, Pandya, Iyer, Bumrah, Siraj. These five and one of Ishan Kishan and KL Rahul will come back. So let's not just dwell on the two names who will make way, those placeholders like Chetan calls. There are 6 to 7 players who will all be dumped like this, and that just doesn't sit well with me at all.
But this is so unfair now, Jamie, that you bring all these youngsters to play for you in the bilateral series. These all youngsters come in, and they perform brilliantly, and they win you matches. And at the end of the day, you tell them that, okay, see, you won't be getting the chance in the team for the T20 World Cup or for such a series as well. Chetan, we've been discussing all these things. कल भी हमने काफी सारी बातचीत करी थी. What BCCI could have done differently? क्या कर सकते थे वो इस सीरीज के लिए?
What BCCI could have done differently? इस सवाल पे मैं बाद में आऊंगा. पहले आपने बहुत सारे सवाल पूछे, उनका जवाब देते हैं. First of all, what did you ask? Whose place will Rohit Sharma take? Yashasvi Jaiswal. Whose place will Virat Kohli take? Shreyas Iyer. उनको तो टीम में ही नहीं रखा है ताकि नंबर 3 के लिए कोई हो ही ना सके, डिबेट ही ना हो सके. Then there was this question कि will Shami come back? Of course he'll come back. Will KL Rahul come back? Of course he'll come back. मैं जेमी के सवाल का भी जवाब देता हूँ. Will Ravindra Jadeja come back? Of course he will come back. और कौन सा जवाब चाहिए? What BCCI could have done differently? They could have not picked Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. Okay. I tweeted today. Yesterday I was having a very nice Sunday, so I did not want to disturb my mental peace. तो इसीलिए मैंने कल ट्वीट नहीं किया इसके बारे में. But today I tweeted that there was a time when Indian cricket had, was bold enough or had the power to make brave calls. The administrators, they thought, ki, okay, you know what, let the selectors do their job. The selectors thought, okay, you know what, let's take a shot towards the future. जिसकी वजह से हम लोगों ने 2007 में वर्ल्ड कप जीता, जिसकी वजह से हम लोगों ने 2011 में वर्ल्ड कप जीता, जिसकी वजह से 2014 में हमारी टेस्ट टीम में इतना बड़ा ट्रांजिशन आ सका. I don't think Indian cricket today, whether it's the administrators or the selectors, they don't have the willpower to be bold. They don't. It was a time to make bold calls. आपके पास अगर ऑप्शंस नहीं है कप्तान बनाने के लिए, तो आप किसी यंगस्टर को कप्तान बना दो. किसी यंगस्टर को, शुभमन गिल को कप्तान बना दो. गुजरात टाइटंस की कैप्टनसी वो कर रहे हैं ना. लेट्स सी व्हाट ही डज ऑन द इंटरनेशनल अरीना. दिस इज पूर एक्सक्यूज कि आपके पास कोई भी कैप्टन नहीं था, इसलिए आपने रोहित शर्मा को वापस बुला के कैप्टन बुला दिया. और अगर रोहित शर्मा को वापस बुलाया तो विराट कोहली को भी वापस बुलाना पड़ेगा. Doesn't work like that. Are you telling, or have you told them that this is your farewell T20 series and they haven't? Ajit Agarkar hasn't told anybody else. Nah. November, a week after India lost the World Cup, I called up Keshav Rao. We had a long conversation and I asked him a very simple question. Can Indian cricket afford to lose the T20 World Cup in West Indies? No, they can't. But if they are going to continue on the same pathway, 8 जनवरी है, लिख के ले लो, आप T20 वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जीतने वाले. Somebody replied to my tweet today, you know what, Rohit ka selection was dubious, लेकिन Virat has always performed. In the last T20 World Cup also he scored against Pakistan and this and that and we reached the semi-final. क्या उखाड़ लिया यार semi-final पहुंच के? And we did not reach the semi-final because of Virat. We reached the semi-final because rain helped us against Bangladesh. Otherwise, Bangladesh ले गया था वो game. I don't know why people have such short memories. और चलो ठीक है, whatever. क्या उखाड़ लिया semi-final पहुंच के? We lost by 10 wickets in that semi-final. 10 wickets. I mean, I wrote a piece after the 22 T20 World Cup semi-final loss. India needs to be bold going forward in its T20 selections at least. अगर आपके पास, जैसे श्रीनी ने कहा, अगर आपके पास choices नहीं हैं, तो किसके पास choices? And for the last 1.5 years, whatever the selectors, whatever Indian cricket has done in T20 cricket, you have just taken it, thrown it into the dustbin. That's what you have done. अगर आपके पास जिगरा नहीं है रोहित शर्मा और विराट कोहली को बोलने का कि आपका टाइम खत्म हो चुका है, तो बॉस, shut shop, sit home.
Yeah. Okay. So, Sahil, we have two names with us. Okay. One is Shreyas Iyer. The other one is KL Rahul. In front of Shreyas Iyer's name, it's written rested. I have a question. Why? KL Rahul not selected. Again, a question. Why?
Yeah.
Why these two players aren't in this team? And why in front of one person's name, it's written rested? Rest from what? And then why it's written not selected in front of the other player?
No, I think first I'll clear that those rested and not selected terms are claimed by a media report. It's not said in an official BCCI media release. And rested is a very convenient term when it comes to team selection and announcing the squads for various series. So let's not read too much into the rested term, because Shreyas hasn't played that much that he needs a rest right now. Second thing is KL Rahul right now, top order के अंदर तो there is no slot. That's clear. So he'll be coming in the middle order, that's for sure. और उसने fielding already set कर दिया है. LSG के अंदर is going to bat in the middle order. That's what reports claim. Now coming back to the major thing. November की हम सब बात कर रहे हैं. Chetan was there covering that game. November 2022, Adelaide, India versus England semi-final. I'll just read out the playing 11 from that game. और फिर आप इसके अंदर सब एक बार सोचना कि इसके अंदर हमने डिफरेंट क्या करा है in 2024 January 7th. KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma were our openers. Virat was at number 3. Sky was at 4. Hardik came at 5. Rishabh Pant was at 6. Ashwin, Aksar were your two spinners. Bhuvi, Shami and Arshdeep were your seamers. Now Jasprit Bumrah comes in place of say a Bhuvi. Ash की जगह आप वॉशी को ले आए. ऋषभ पंत इंजर्ड है तो वहां पे आप जितेश शर्मा ले आए. आप मुझे ये बताना चाहते हो 1.5 साल के अंदर आपको सिर्फ ये 3 वीक क्यों दिखे थे? These were the only 3 weak links from that game. मतलब इसके बियॉन्ड कुछ चेंज का जरूरत ही नहीं था कि इन 3 नाम के अलावा आपको कोई रिप्लेसमेंट दिखेगा ही नहीं, चेंज दिखेगा ही नहीं.
नहीं साहिल, look, उन्होंने चेंज किया है, but they have thrown all of that work. जैसे हम रिंकू सिंह की बात कर रहे हैं, हम यशस्वी जायसवाल की हमने बात की है, ऋतुराज गायकवाड़ की हमने बात की है.
मैं वही चेतन कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि जो आपने मतलब आप ये एग्जांपल दे रहे हो यंगस्टर्स को कि बॉस बायलैटरल के अंदर, क्योंकि द बिग डैडी प्लेयर्स ऑफ द इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम वांट रेस्ट और आर रेस्टेड, तभी यू आर आर स्टॉप गैप अरेंजमेंट. कम द वर्ल्ड कप, कम द T20 वर्ल्ड कप, कम द ICC वर्ल्ड कप, वील गो बैक टू आवर बिग बॉयज नो मैटर व्हाट यू हैव डन. हम इंटेंट की बात करते थे, बोल्ड होने की बात करते थे. I really thoroughly enjoyed the way India played their T20 cricket in absence of these senior players. They are a baggage right now. No one is understanding that fact. I am a big fan of Virat Kohli. अगर मैं विराट के बारे में कह रहा हूँ कि 3 नंबर पे वो मिसफिट है तो कोई बात तो होगा ना, वरना मैं कब विराट एंटी बोला. पर we need to understand the fact that Virat against spin is a baggage in the 11. उसका बाउंड्री परसेंटेज देखो against the spinners even in the IPL, and don't be misled by his IPL numbers. He's opening there and he's not going to open in this team. If he does go on to open with Rohit Sharma, फिर तो आप थैंक यू बाय बाय कर दो. और श्रेयस अय्यर अगर आपको स्क्वाड के अंदर नहीं दिख रहा तो बहुत क्लियर साइन है, श्रेयस कांट बैट बिलो 3, दैट इज देयर. वो 3 के नीचे कहीं पे भी उसको जगह नहीं मिलने वाला. खेलेगा तो 3 खेलेगा. अब 3 पे तो विराट वापस आ गया ना. सूर्य को आप 4 से नीचे डालोगे नहीं, वो वेस्ट हो जाएगा. 5 पे हार्दिक आएगा, 6 पे आप जितेश को लेके आओगे क्योंकि कीपर तो चाहिए ना. या तो रिंकू सिंह को बोल दो भाई कीपिंग कर लो. 7 के ऊपर फिर जडेजा अक्सर आएगा. तो रिंकू तो खेल ही नहीं रहा है बॉस. वो साइट सिंग करके आएगा डैलस, मायामी, फ्लोरिडा, न्यूयॉर्क के अंदर. कुछ नहीं होगा. और
ओके श्रीनी, ये बात भी बिल्कुल ठीक है कि आप ठीक है अब ले आए रोहित शर्मा और विराट कोहली को, लेकिन 2022 से लेकर अब तक वो कहाँ थे T20 फॉर्मेट में? इफ वो अगर कहीं ना कहीं BCCI के माइंड में थे कि हाँ ये खेलेंगे T20 फॉर्मेट, तो कोई ना कोई तो सीरीज खेलते ना आप एक साल में. बट वेयर वर दे all through this while?
See, this is what is irking, because what happened yesterday, the team selection yesterday has nothing to do with cricket. The team selection that happened yesterday has nothing to do with cricket. It is more of a precedence being put in place. It's more of a statement being put out, which is, listen, don't be taken by surprise, by any kind of surprise, because when we get closer to the World Cup, this is how we're going to be thinking. Get my point? It's more about BCCI telling the media and telling the fans, all right, be prepared. This is the direction we want to take. This has got nothing to do with the bilateral itself. So you asked a question a while back. What different could have BCCI done? Right?
BCCI done, yeah.
In a series against a team like Afghanistan, especially heading into a tournament like the IPL, where everybody's going to get a shot, right? In a game, right? You could have used this series to actually test the untested. You could have, whatever be your plan, let's assume that you thought that Virat and Rohit are crucial for your 2024 World Cup plans, all right? That you will want to consider them. You could have picked them up. So it's not like Virat and Rohit need to prove their credentials, right? So it's not like you're bringing them in here because they'll have to prove themselves against a squad like Afghanistan. No. If you want to take them, you pick them up bang in the middle of the IPL out of nowhere, and still their positions you can end up justifying them, right? So make no mistake, they've not picked this squad which has for any reason that has to do with cricket. They have picked this squad to make a statement and play it safe now. That when the time comes, this is what we are going to be doing, right? And that's how they literally, washing their hands off a decision that is going to be made tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today they are setting the path in the wake of, let's say in the run up to the team being named for Afghanistan. It was a chat that I guess all of us must have had with somebody or the other, or thought about it, that in the wake of Hardik not being available, Ruturaj having that finger injury, airline fracture, Surya Kumar not being available, and by virtue of Rohit and Virat not having played any T20 for a year, who would they be? And by virtue of Bumrah sitting down, whatever workload management and blah, blah, and KL Rahul obviously not being considered, the question was who would they pick as captain for this series if it wouldn't have been for Rohit? And yeah, actually, no name came to mind. Me and Sahil also had a chat on this. No name came to mind. Sahil said, अगर कोई दिख रहा है अभी तो शायद इनको फिर अक्सर को ही बनाना पड़ेगा क्योंकि कोई और है ही नहीं. Right? That is how the chat was. This was time जब वो अक्सर को बना भी देते कैप्टन तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. आप अगर आपके पास है जडेजा फिट बैठा है और आप जडेजा को नहीं पिक कर रहे हो, विराट को नहीं पिक कर रहे हो, रोहित को नहीं पिक कर रहे हो तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. हालांकि इन्होंने किया क्या है, इंजरी हैज बीन यूज्ड एज अ garb to justify their comebacks and to smoothen it out in a way but tomorrow when the harder decisions are going to be taken in the run up to the World Cup, this is not going to come as that big a shocker that it ideally should, because right now the carpet is being kind of rolled out. I mean, one second, Chetan, I just completed because there's a slight extension to what I'm trying to say here. I was having a chat with people in BCCI yesterday, same time around यही time पे आया the team. So
yeah,
my question was simple. I said, no, this is not what. Doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound right. What happened, and it's like the question is not about trying to explain to me कि क्यों. The question is क्या बात कर रहे हो, boss? Yeah, like you need experience. You need experience going into a tournament as important as the World Cup. And I said experience. Correct me, not in as many words, but experience is the one thing that you don't want. I want absolute, raw, young talent going out there without any baggage whatsoever, playing absolutely fearless cricket. The moment you are taking cricketers who have already been there for 15 years plying the trade, I'm sorry, boss, you already put baggage in the squad.
That's right.
Sorry, Chetan.
Yeah.
So first of all, are you telling me that Shreyas Iyer, if he had been picked in the squad, was not fit enough to be captain? I'm sorry. He leads a team. He's led a team in the IPL. He leads a team in the IPL currently as well. Are you? No. Wait, I'm just saying. I'm just rhetorically answering your question. कि आपको नहीं मिला कोई कैप्टन, अगर आप रोहित और विराट को नहीं खिला रहे हो, तो अगर आप श्रेयस को जो रेस्ट कर रहे हो, रेस्ट नहीं देते, पिक करते टीम में, तो आप श्रेयस को कैप्टन नहीं बनाते. चलो, आपने श्रेयस को नहीं पिक किया. Shubman Gill is going to lead for Gujarat Titans. Is he not good enough to lead for India? Surya Kumar Yadav ने क्या लीड किया है भाई? डोमेस्टिक क्रिकेट में थोड़ा बहुत लीड किया होगा, आईपीएल में तो उसने भी लीड नहीं किया. But he can become the captain of India. So this is like Srini said, this is absolutely ridiculous. आपने उसको यूज किया है पर्दा डाल के, ठीक है, कि हम इन दोनों को वापस ले आएंगे. Very very convenient. Now my question to Srini here is, and I want an answer to this. Is it possible that the BCCI is saying to these two cricketers, look, you played so well in the ODI World Cup, you almost won it. This is your swan song gift. Ki jao, try karo, finish on a high. It is very possible. Very possible. वो होगा नहीं.
क्या नहीं होगा? मतलब नहीं, स्वान सॉन्ग नहीं होगा या
स्वान सॉन्ग भी नहीं होगा, ना हाई होगा. स्वान सॉन्ग हो ना हो, हाई जरूर नहीं होगा. ठीक है, ये मैं लिख के देता हूँ. लेकिन it is possible ना कि उन्होंने बोला है कि you go try and finish off high, go finish a World Cup. Because look, let's go back to South Africa and look at the press conferences. Look at Rohit Sharma's first press conference.
Yeah,
he's been asked about questions about World Cup jeetna hai, the desire to win a World Cup. And he's there, no, the desire is strong. So you're telling me when Rohit Sharma speaks that, BCCI is not listening? Join the dots. The desire to win a World Cup. Rohit Sharma said out that message very, very clearly.
Sucks a bit here is, that a World Cup can't be a swan
But it
song
is.
opportunity. A World Cup can't be.
It
You got
is.
to put your best foot forward. So
But it
the
is.
very
It is.
mentality that use this as that one last attempt to kind of do something that you've not
Precisely.
done in a decade and a half. I mean, the very idea sucks. I'm sorry, like kind
Which is
of.
why I said that there needed to be a bold call. Ki, okay, guys, you haven't won a World Cup. We are sorry for that. You've done a great service to Indian cricket, but it's the end of the road. Simple as that.
Okay, so Chetan, you talked about
just adding to this, no, Chetan, I agree from where you are coming from. ये thought सबको आया, but वो वर्ल्ड कप का आप क्यों दोगे यार? रेड कारपेट क्यों रोल आउट करोगे? खेलना है तो अफगानिस्तान सीरीज
Boss.
खेल के साइड हो जाओ.
Okay, I know. It sounds far fetched. It is not. Think about it. It is not. It is
यहाँ
very
anything
possible.
and every the moment I saw the squad yesterday, अब मेरे को एक चीज तो realize हो गया, anything and everything is possible because there is no, इनका
have
अगर
to
एक्सरे होगा ना वो स्पाइन मिसिंग मिलेगा. हम
No,
चेतन
but
शर्मा
you
को
have to.
इतना क्रिटिसाइज किया, इतना बोला कि he hasn't taken any bold call from his 11. You aren't changing anything. You aren't changing anything. So bring him back. Bring him back क्योंकि उसका सैलरी भी कम था. वो भी वही कर रहा था जो आप कर रहे हो, उसका सैलरी भी कम था, आप उसी को वापस बुला लो. फिर अगर आपको उससे और अभी तक सिर्फ 3 प्लेयर्स आपने हटाने हैं जिसमें 2 आपके अकॉर्डिंग बुढ़े हो चुके हैं इस फॉर्मेट के लिए, तो आप उसी फिर अभी क्यों इतना तमाशा किया? वी हैव गॉट अ बोल्ड चेयरमैन ऑफ सिलेक्टर, वी हैव गॉट बोल्ड मशीनरी इन प्लेस, वी विल टेक द टफ कॉल्स. यू कैन टेक टफ कॉल्स बट योर टफ कॉल्स आर लिमिटेड ओनली टू द बायलैटरल्स. यहाँ पे आपकी सिट्टी पिट्टी गुल हो जाती है when it comes to the big tournaments and taking those tough calls. Will Australia take Steve Smith in their T20 11 for the T20 World Cup? I highly doubt. कोशिश वो पूरी कर रहा है ओपन करके बिग बैश में, बट क्या वो होने वाला है? क्या उसको जगह मिलेगा? Because he's such a great player. Are there any guarantees in Australian cricket? मतलब वार्नर का फेयरवेल सीरीज के ऊपर लेफ्ट राइट सेंटर क्रिटिसिज्म हुआ था. वो तो अलग बात है, उसने बल्ले से हर मैच हर इनिंग के अंदर पाकिस्तान के अगेंस्ट जवाब दिया, बट इतना फ्री लंचेस किसी को नहीं मिलता जितना यहाँ पे हम प्लेटर पे बुफे सजा के दे देते हैं.
Well, perhaps they didn't want to bring in a lot of drama just before T20 World Cup squad announcement. So they thought that, okay, Afghanistan series is a good way to bring in these two cricketers, Rohit and Virat, so that they can say at that time that, oh, they played in the Afghanistan series and look how they played. That's why we are taking them for the T20 World Cup as well. This might be one scenario.
बट सुनो, इसमें ड्रामा बिफोर चेतन कम्स इन, चेतन छोटा सा बात, अभी आपने ड्रामा इनवाइट कर लिया है, अभी आपने ड्रामा इनवाइट कर लिया. आईपीएल का हर डॉट बॉल विल अट्रैक्ट 1000 ट्वीट्स एवरी डॉट, क्योंकि यही तो रोना गाया था आपने पिछले 2 T20 वर्ल्ड कप्स में कि इंटेंट नहीं है, फ्रेश ब्लड लाओ. एंड आई वाज थॉरली एंजॉयिंग व्हाट वाज ऑन ऑफर इन द बायलैटरल सीरीज. प्लेयर्स आ रहे थे, मार रहे थे, दे वर ट्राइंग डिफरेंट थिंग्स. एक सेट टेम्पलेट नहीं था बैटिंग का. देयर द एंकर्स वर आउट ऑफ द पिक्चर सडनली एंड इट वाज अ रिफ्रेशिंग चेंज.
Yeah, and just leaving the final of the Asian Games because वो final की तरह हुआ नहीं था because of the weather condition. उसके अलावा आप देखें ना कि youngsters ने किस तरह से perform किया. You sent a young team, they won you tournament, so you really need to go by the talent and the skills of the youngsters as well. फिर तो ये हुआ कि आपने चलो बोल दिया खिला लो, चलो खेल लिया तुमने, बाद में तो हमने अपनी टीम बनानी ही है विराट और रोहित को लेके, and for that matter KL Rahul and other seniors as well. Yes, Chetan, you want to say something, and we'll go to Jamie.
Look at Asian Games because the dimensions of the ground were not really proper over there.
That was a carom board.
And forget the Asian Games for a moment.
But then Chetan, bilateral series also, मतलब पूरा साल ले लीजिए ना आप जहाँ पर विराट और रोहित नहीं खेले.
That's what I'm coming to. I'm talking about. Let's consider the Australia series only. हम लोगों में fatigue था उसको देखने का, क्योंकि हम लोग अभी वर्ल्ड कप कवर करके हटे थे and it was like अब क्या फायदा है, इंडिया वर्ल्ड कप हार गया and all. But look, Jaiswal performed in that series. You look at Gaijkwad, he performed in that series. You look at Rinku Singh, हर मैच में धोया है भाई उसने.
Yeah.
And then you're looking at an Australian side. Now that's the big thing. That Australian side was a second string Australian side. Right? They were not, उसमें से कुछ player आ रहे थे, जा रहे थे, जो भी थे. लेकिन जो भी नया blood आ रहा था, fresh blood आ रहा था, they were all picked to prove a point that these are players who are ready to get into the Australian T20 side. And they were also hungry. So maybe it was not a top-notch contest, but it was a contest between two hungry sets of players. Try and understand what I'm saying. Australian के players भी hungry थे, India के players भी hungry थे, because they all wanted to make a mark. And जो भी ये आर्ग्यूमेंट दे रहे हैं ना कि वी डिड नॉट हैव एनी ऑप्शंस, आप उस सीरीज में रिसेप्शन देखो, हर ग्राउंड पे हाउसफुल था. And these guys are already superstar. Rinku Singh, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Surya Kumar Yadav, they are all big superstars and they are big crowd pullers. So you have the option. And these guys have performed against another hungry side. And they have proven themselves. So, look, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, we have discussed so many things, so many possibilities कि selectors को brave होना पड़ेगा, selectors को bold होना पड़ेगा. All of that has come to zero. All of that has come to zero. And again, the bottom line is simply this. Can Indian cricket afford not to win the T20 World Cup in the Caribbean? No. You're setting, just one second, Jamie. But you're setting the pathway. Kya different ho jayega from the last few tournaments? They're the same players. What are they going to change? What can potentially change if you are using the same core group of players and not changing anything else?
So what can potentially change if using the same team? Yes, Jamie.
I was really hoping that Chetan came back to that rather naive question, because the answer is India has afforded to go 8 T20 World Cups without winning. So it's just 9, it's 10, because since the IPL came about, all they care about is the IPL. So absolutely, they can afford to lose this one and the next 5, because the focus is the IPL. And I'm surprised we have to even answer such questions. India has, like I said, India has afforded to lose 8 consecutive T20 World Cups because they won one and overnight the IPL came, and it's been 16 years of the IPL. No one cares about international T20 cricket. Let's accept it and let's go to the next question.
Okay. Point well taken. Okay.
No, see, at some point, it is going to reflect in the kind of, I don't know, you have a lot of bumps to put on your seats. But at the end of the day, if India doesn't win the T20 World Cup, am I going to be watching? Am I going to go to the stadium? At some point, Jamie, it is going to reflect in your TRPs. At some point, it is going to reflect in your... Nope. I'm not saying it... No, wait, Sahil, wait.
Not at all. Not at all.
Listen, I'm not saying it is going to happen now. Or is it going to happen in 6 months? No. But maybe in a year, maybe in 2 years, आप 1 minute के लिए मेरी बात सुनो, आपने कल ये World Cup नहीं जीता, then the next World Cup is when? 26. There is no World Cup in 25. I don't give a shit about the Champions Trophy, whether it is held or where it is held. You might hold it on Mars, for all I care. But I don't give a shit if India wins the Champions Trophy. It's not a proper trophy. It's a luck of the draw, simple. In terms of a T20 World Cup, in terms of a Test Match Championship, in terms of an ODI World Cup, आपके पास 26-27 से पहले कुछ नहीं है. At some point, the average Indian cricket fan will come and say, okay, you know what, just hold on 1 second. No, if the BCCI is only interested in the IPL, then I should also be only interested in the IPL. I don't give 2 figs about Indian cricket or watching Indian cricket or following it this passionately. वो अभी नहीं होगा. Maybe after this media rights cycle, it is going to happen. But eventually, it is going to happen. It is going to happen. The interest.
It won't, because I'll tell you why. 4 days.
Sponsor interest is going down.
Okay,
that's fine. 4 days.
Jamie, yeah.
4 days after the World Cup final, right? You had 5 T20Is. These were playing to packed houses.
Yeah.
The average Indian fan, I'm on Chetan's side. I won't care. But Chetan, you and I don't matter. It's the Ravi Shankar.
I'm not saying today. I'm not saying today.
I'm saying if we're even talking in 20 years from now, we'll be talking about the same thing. There are just too many Indians who love this sport, and it's a feeder system. If not winning a T20I World Cup, right? If it mattered, there should have been 1857 type bagawat going on right now. लोग को नहीं फर्क पड़ता. The IPL is where it is. Virat Kohli's fans come from his 838 runs. Do they actually care कि 16 साल से RCB नहीं जी? नहीं. The person, the individual is bigger. As long as we worship individuals, I mean, why are people not incensed like you and me? कि 8 T20 वर्ल्ड कप हो चुके हैं 14 साल में. Common man doesn't care, भैया. RCB, RCB. This is it. The IPL controls the Indian market. It's as simple as that. Is it a coincidence they've not won one bloody trophy since that goddamn IPL came? Absolutely. But फर्क नहीं पड़ता common man को. These are overpaid players who only play for themselves. We can live in our little naive, bubbly world here. कुछ नहीं बदलेगा, boss.
There's only one
Yeah.
difference here. The one difference here, I mean, I understand the sentiment where Jamie is coming from. The one difference is you can't compare an RCB, a franchise fan base, to that of what is a country required to do. Kind of those are, I'll tell you what, there are a bunch of youngsters based out of Bangalore who think their city, it's a city based pride. It's a different culture that has been kind of bred and kind of fueled over the last 15 years. Okay. It's a very different
Yeah.
business model, very different ecosystem. And it's more a case of apples and oranges if you're going to compare an IPL franchise following with that of Indian team. Rest, I agree, with what Jamie says. That which is what kind of the point that Chetan was trying to say. Chetan, I think Jamie's right here because look at the World Cup. I had switched off the day the final India lost. I didn't want to sit in front of television. I didn't want to watch any cricket. And I remember I could see on Twitter wherever I was going, like, people are talking about, अरे कितने दिन बाद cricket देखने को मिल रहा है. The World Cup just got over 48 hours ago. And people were,
Right.
kind of act as
Right.
if, they were starved for any quality cricket. So that I
Yeah.
agree. But you know what? This is going to have an effect on cricket globally. Okay, it is going to have an effect if India does not do well in this tournament. Okay, there are people who are going to be picking tabs and kind of paying the bills, which are going to be very, very harmful, which are going to be very painful, let me put it that way. The bills that are going to be picked up for this World Cup in the Caribbean and in the US are going to be so high.
Yeah.
You're sending a team that, God forbid, if they don't qualify for the semifinals, something goes wrong, or they get knocked out of the semifinals. uh, it's happening 10 and a half hours behind the India time. Trust me, the
Yeah.
tournament is being planned at 10 o'clock in the morning in the US, just to suit Indian viewership. This is ridiculous, which I think is stupid on multiple fronts, but I don't want to venture into that space right now. You're hosting everything from a POV that it should sell on India prime time. There are
Yeah.
people in the ecosystem who either don't understand, don't want to understand, keep arguing for the sake of it. And I come across people like them dime a dozen. The point being that this is a very, very dangerous trend. I just the other day we were talking about the bilateral, and we were talking about I don't know who I was speaking with. We were talking about the India Australia rivalry. Why exactly is the India Australia rivalry so exciting and so everybody's so looking forward to it every 4 years? It's because till 99 2000, the way we played in Australia, had that continued to be the way we played, today you think anybody would have woken up at 5:36 in the morning to watch a Boxing Day test match? No. So the credit goes to a certain bunch of players who thought they had to earn their respect, go there, earn their stripes, kind of up the quality of the game, by virtue of which a property came into being. In 2007, when our side
Yeah.
went to England, we won the series in Nottingham at Trent Bridge. A rivalry was born, out of that Jelly Beans episode. England coming back to coming at India, India giving it back to them. That a new India that was willing to stand up there, fight. So these are seeds that were sown of a rivalry that was beginning to catch up, and the viewers were beginning to take interest. So in that, what Chetan is saying, that at some point in time, if this continues to kind of go down, it's going to affect and harm Indian cricket in the longer run. But that, I think, sticks to red ball cricket, where I think there is a bit of
Mostly,
I think so, where there is a
just one
bit
point.
of fluidity in the game in terms of how people are watching it, how people are consuming it. Like today, if you're a fan of Test cricket, hear me out. If you're a fan of Test cricket, you are waiting for December 2024 to happen when India land in Melbourne. All right. At least I'm waiting. You are waiting. Everybody, we are waiting. We're
Yeah.
waiting to watch that series. You're not waiting
India
for
England
this
is
World
coming.
Cup.
Let's not be too
You're
hard.
not
India
waiting
England
for.
is coming.
Hear me out.
I'm waiting for Ashwin to run out Besto at the non-strikers end.
Yeah. So you're not waiting for this 2024 World Cup. It is going to happen. Because it is going to happen, you want the right things to happen. But it's not like भाई मैं ना 2020 जून में तो मैं एक महीने की छुट्टी ले रहा हूँ, मैं वर्ल्ड कप T20 वर्ल्ड कप देखने वाला हूँ. नहीं, आप ये प्लान कर सकते हो यार, दिसंबर में ना मैं मेलबर्न जा रहा हूँ, मुझे एमसीजी का वो एमसीजी में मेरे को ग्राउंड पे बैठ के मैच देखने का. आई वांट टू गो बी इन एडिलेड वेयर वी वर 36 ऑल आउट द लास्ट टाइम. आई वांट टू सी व्हाट डिफरेंट इंडिया डज दिस टाइम. There is a charm attached to it. There's a rivalry attached to it. I think white ball, we are giving way too much importance for a mindless format that it is by giving it. We are mixing priorities here of a board not doing the right thing as against viewers actually taking a very practical call. None of that is going to happen. And you know what the fun fact is? The fun fact is that this BCCI knows it. They know it. यहाँ घंटा फर्क पड़ने वाला है.
No,
That
just
is
one.
why.
No,
That is
I
why,
agree.
despite the ticketing mess that happened, despite the scheduling mess that happened, every India match was selling like a hotcake. The reason
No.
is,
So I agree. No, Srini. Okay. Dekho, first of all, I did not mean it's going to happen now or it's going to happen the day after the T20 World Cup is lost. I'm not saying that. I am still saying कि it's a 4-5 year thing. इतनी जल्दी नहीं होगा. Once you get bloody tired, you get tired and you get turned off. Now, trust me, there's an indicator to this. And Srini, I think you know it better than anybody else. The sponsor market is Indian cricket. And I'm talking not even about red ball cricket. I'm talking about white ball cricket. I'm talking about jersey sponsorships. I'm talking about ad sponsorships. I'm talking about, on ground, huh?
It'll die, but it won't die for this reason.
I'm not saying
It'll
it'll die. I'm not saying it'll die. I'm already saying it is already a reduced value. Indian cricket is already selling at a reduced value.
But the reasons are pretty different. यहाँ विराट कोहली को आप डाल दो फील्ड पे, लोग जाएंगे मैच देखने.
मैं लोगों की बात नहीं कर रहा.
कल को एक और विराट कोहली रहेगा.
विराट कोहली अभी भी खेल रहा है इंडिया के लिए, बट द स्पॉन्सरशिप वैल्यू, विराट कोहली श्रीनी आईपीएल भी खेलता है, बट are we finding that IPL का sponsor, are we finding that Indian cricket sponsor, the sponsors are quickly going away from the high value that we think that Indian cricket has. So eventually, I'm not saying it's going to happen now.
That
5
is
years,
because
give it 5 years.
That is because Indian cricket until now was a one dish product. Now it's proper a la carte. You have choices where you want to.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is going to kind of go into a complete different direction. The discussion, because it has the potential to go in a different direction. I'm saying, but then I'm just sticking to that very basic point. Public ko na entertainment chivo sham ko, I finish work, I go to a pub, I hit buy myself a beer, happy hours are on, टीवी पे T20 मैच चालू है. आई डोंट नीड टू अप्लाई टू मच ब्रेन्स. इंडिया खेल रही है, अच्छा स्कोर क्या हो रहा है, अच्छा ओके कितना बॉल कितना रन, ओ 20 बॉल 40 रन, my evening is made. एक और बियर मेरा ऑर्डर कर दे बॉस.
While we are talking and discussing this thing that, how Rohit and Kohli are back in the T20 squad, I read a lot of comments yesterday where people were saying, yeah, Virat Kohli is back in the T20 squad. Yeah, Rohit Sharma will be seen in the T20 format. So there are people like that. And on that note, let's go to our rapid fire round and let's take questions. We've got a lot of questions.
One little thing. Fans, everything we were discussing, I was patiently listening to the three of them. I was speaking to someone, I think World Cup semi-final, no, not the semi-final, I think Kolkata, India versus South Africa. वहां पे फैन वैन को लेके मैं लोकल CAB ऑफिशियल से बात कर रहा था, तो वो अपनी हिंदी के अंदर उन्होंने बहुत एक छोटा सा बात बोला था, जो श्रीनी ने बोला किसी को घंटा फर्क नहीं पड़ता, ये BCCI को पता है. तो उन्होंने मेरे को एक लाइन बोली थी, दादा नहीं आएगा तो बाप आएगा, बाप नहीं आएगा तो बेटा आएगा, बेटा नहीं आएगा तो पोता आएगा. एक घर से कोई ना कोई तो आएगा और BCCI को ये बात पता है. हाँ,
पोता नहीं आएगा तो पड़ोसी
क्या
आएगा.
व्हाट सॉरी
पोता
I
नहीं
think I
आएगा तो
lost you in
पड़ोसी
the
आएगा.
message. हाँ वही पोता नहीं आएगा तो पड़ोसी आएगा तो कोई ना कोई आएगा और ये बात
कोई ना
बीसीसीआई को
कोई आएगा.
बखूबी पता है.
Okay, चलिए तो हम शुरू करते हैं rapid fire round and would request you all to keep the answers short so we can take a lot of questions. We have quite a few of them. Poonam girl, suddenly Sanju appears in team. What a joke selection is. Is it a joke, Chetan? I'm specifically asking you this question.
It is a joke.
Is-
It is a joke. In 2024, if Sanju Samson is near any Indian side, that is a joke. Yeah, he's a placeholder for Ishan Kishan when he comes back.
Okay, next question.
For KL Rahul.
And
Yes,
oh yeah,
not
Bill Rahul. Yeah, sorry.
Ishan will bat at top of the
Okay,
order
Rahul.
अगर आया तो.
नहीं, यहाँ पे कीपर की बात करो यार. संजू सैमसन
Keeper.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Sanju
Even if keeper,
Sanju Samson को-
Ishan is a top order keeper.
एक सेकंड. संजू तुमको क्या लग रहा है? संजू सैमसन को रोहित, शुभमन, विराट और स्काई से पहले बैटिंग मिलने वाली है. कीपर के बारे में बात करो. और नंबर 5 पे हार्दिक पांड्या.
अच्छा ठीक है, अभी का क्वेश्चन पूछ देखिए ना, रविशंकर पूछ रहे.
बीसीसीआई को भेजना चाहिए कुछ. I love that.
श्रेणी, आप कैसे आंसर
I would love, मेरे को, if I were to attend a press conference, अजीत अगरकर वहां बैठे रहेंगे तो the first thing I'll ask, yes, you picked Virat as Rohit Sharma, I can understand, but why Virat Kohli? You know, answer is probably
Okay.
money.
You know, Ravi Shankar and I don't agree on a lot of things. Ravi Shankar, hello, hi, how are you? Listen, and this might, you know, obviously Virat Kohli fans are not going to like this, but it actually, this actually makes sense.
No.
What he's asking. This
No.
actually makes sense. Jamie,
या तो दोनों मत लो.
to a certain degree, this makes sense. अगर आपको लाना भी है, अगर
बैकअप मत बुलाओ भाई. No, बैकअप बुला रहे हो तुम. Fight or battle alone.
Okay, चलो.
ओके ठीक है.
Okay, just okay. मैं बैकअप नहीं बुला रहा हूँ, but I know Jamie will back this up because वो statistician आदमी है. See, my point is, if I have to get somebody back, I want somebody who can play aggressively from the first ball, not wait कि he's in with his eyes batting on 30 deliveries, 40 deliveries, and then hit. Look, जो विराट कोहली ने पाकिस्तान के अगेंस्ट जादू किया वो सिर्फ विराट कोहली कर सकता है, but there is also something that सिर्फ रोहित शर्मा कर सकता है. Okay, so this is a very, very valid question. Very valid question. If I have to pick one of them, I will pick Rohit Sharma.
Okay, साहिल said अगर बुलाना है तो दोनों को बुलाओ वरना मत बुलाओ. Isn't that Sahil?
No, वो तो स्पाइन ही नहीं है किसी में कि वो एक को बुला ले. वो होता तो फिर अभी तक हो जाता. वो किसी में जिगरा ही नहीं है कि वो कॉल ले ले. वो कॉल कोई ले ही नहीं सकता.
लेकिन साहिल, हम में स्पाइन है ना. You answer. Will you pick Rohit Sharma only if it is possible?
No, I won't pick him. He won't be in my 11 for the T20 World Cup.
That's fine. But if you have to pick one of the two, who will you pick?
I'll pick Virat. I have my reasons for that, but for a separate show.
Okay, yes, we'll take that in a separate show.
वो show में attend करने वाला.
It'll be a good thing that Chetan, you'll attend that show. Okay, we'll talk about it in some other show. Next question, please. This is for KSR. अजीत अगरकर को सैलरी इंक्रीज करके कौन के लिए लिया था ना, ये भी सोशल मीडिया ट्रेंड पे ही टीम सिलेक्ट कर रहे हैं. बेसिक से सवाल है श्रेणी भाई, सैलरी इंक्रीज किया तो कुछ चेंज कर लेते हैं. अब आप सोशल मीडिया ट्रेंड्स के बेस पे टीम बना रहे हैं. दिस इज नॉट डन. व्हाट डू यू हैव टू से?
तो टफ कॉल ही लिया उन्होंने. एक साल से जो नहीं खेल रहे थे उनको वापस ले आया. तो क्या बोला, टफ कॉल ही होते हैं ये सब. एक साल से जो नहीं खेल रहा है T20 में, पिछले साल पढ़ रहा था इसी समय कि भाई हो गया है, दे विल नॉट प्ले T20 अगेन, बट एट डबल द सैलरी अजीत अगरकर ने उनको वापस ले आया. एंड यू नो ये जो शॉपर स्टॉप जो कूपन टाइप ये लोग यू नो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस करते हैं ना कि आज डिस्काउंट का मूड है तो प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस कर दिया, आज मूड नहीं है तो नहीं किया, काइंड ऑफ यू नो. This is if you need answers and the only person who can give any answer here is Ajit, and he's not made himself available. Obviously BCCI has not allowed him to make himself available. It's not in his hands, and here's where they don't want to answer a very valid question, but I agree with every sentiment that's out there. And just to add my 2 cents to it, you know, अगर दोनों में से एक को पिक करना होता तो I go by Chetan. You know, विराट का जगह बनता नहीं.
Hi, chalo. Jamie, you also answer this.
It will be a handicap
कौन
match.
सा वाला?
3 versus 1.
यही सेम सवाल.
दोनों में से अगर आपको चूज करना तो आप किसको करते?
I will have to go to Rohit Sharma for the simple fact that he's at least walking the talk and he has 6 overs of the power play. You know, because all said and done, again I'm going to digress, but I see at least 3 players who don't have the game to succeed on those West Indies pitches. I know they're not going to be CPL level pitches, you know, but we have enough. We have 3 players in the top 5 or 6 who are going to struggle, and Virat Kohli is the first name on that list. Shubman Gill is the second name. Rohit might also struggle, but at least he has those first 6 overs. In my book, Suryakumar Yadav bats 3 for every T20 World Cup match. So if I have to gun to my head, I'll say Rohit purely because of the power play factor, nothing else.
Okay. So Ravi Shankar, you got really good answers of your question. Kuldeep also got an answer. Next question, please. Harsh, this question is for Chetan. Can there be any possibility of external pressure of broadcasters in the inclusion of Virat and Rohit as they want to promote the sport in USA?
Look, Harsh, I think मैंने जो possibilities की बात की है ना, आज मैंने एक possibility दी है कि maybe the BCCI wants to give them a swan song. So that was far-fetched. This is far-fetched. But you know, हम वर्ल्ड कप टीम के बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. We still on bilateral cricket, by the way. So I don't think there can be that sort of an element in a team selection. But you never know, yaar. Like I said, this is very, very far-fetched, in my opinion. Yeah, but again, we're not talking about the T20 World Cup selection here. We're just talking about the bilateral team selection. So, yeah, I don't think so.
Jamie, you want to say yes?
Can I just ask a question to everyone here? I asked this the other day and to Harsh. How does Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma going to America promote the sport? I mean, you do know what promote the sport means, right? Grassroots level, getting Caucasian Americans to pick up a bat and say, "Hey, what are those 3 pegs?" That's promoting. Bringing big names, you know, and getting rich Indians from New Jersey and Connecticut in the tri-state area to come to New York. Is that promoting the game? I just don't get how that term promote the sport in US has anything to do with getting these names. Sorry,
And since we are on the subject, if the question what Harsh is putting, you know, promoting cricket in USA, if solely that one point we have to stick to, then I think you got to go and study what Major League Cricket is doing. For me, what Major League Cricket is doing and the way they've started and the way they've gone about so far is, to me, kind of the perfect start in terms of if you're going to talk about promoting a new sport in a new land.
Yeah.
Yes. Next question, please. Okay, Chetan, you've got so many questions. Okay. Shubham is asking what Rohit Sharma can do. He didn't do it in last 6 T20 World Cups. He's just scored 200 runs in last 6 T20 World Cups. What Rohit Sharma can do differently. Also, Chetan, one more thing, जो आपने पिछले सवाल पे कहा कि हम लोग T20 World Cup के बारे में बात नहीं कर रहे, सीरीज के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. ऐसा लग रहा है कि इस स्क्वाड अनाउंसमेंट से ना लोगों को अब बिलीव हो चुका है कि ये तो खेल ही रहे हैं T20 World Cup में.
Obviously, but I'm just, but like I said, मैं सिर्फ उस सवाल का जवाब दे रहा था कि that was like a really far-fetched thing. Rohit Sharma can do, he didn't do it. What can Virat Kohli do? उन्होंने इतने रन बना लिए, वर्ल्ड कप जीता आपने? नहीं ना? आंसर खत्म. Thank you. Bye bye. Next
question.
वो इतने सारे रन बना लिए, कोई ट्रॉफी तो आई नहीं ना, उससे क्या हो जाएगा? सिर्फ रन बनाना नहीं है, आप किस तरीके से रन बना रहे हो. अगर वो मुझे 200 रन दे रहा है, but his strike rate is 150, I would go for that. You know, like I said, there are things that Virat Kohli can do and cannot do, and there are things that Rohit Sharma can do and cannot do. और आज के circumstance में, if I have to pick, I'm still going to pick Rohit Sharma.
Okay, Sahil, how true is this? Rahul Dravid ने KL Rahul को बोल दिया है, only one wicket keeping glove is all it takes.
अब ये मुझे नहीं पता कब बोला और उन्होंने कहाँ सुन लिया, but इतना तो श्योर है कि KL Rahul is going to make life difficult for the selectors. वो मिडिल ऑर्डर में बैट कर गया और खुदा ना खास्ता रन कर गया, तो फिर तो एक जितेश शर्मा जो एक उम्मीद की किरण दिख रहा था, जितेश शर्मा जो शायद रिटेन हो जाएगा वो यंग बंच में से, उसका भी थैंक यू हो जाएगा. और एक्चुअली मतलब मैं बहुत एक अनपॉपुलर कमेंट अभी करूंगा. अहेड ऑफ संजू सैमसन आई वुड हैव लाइक्ड सीइंग ध्रुव जुरैल. अगर आपको कीपर ट्राई करना ही था, फियरलेस कीपर चाहिए था, ध्रुव जुरैल अच्छा कर रहा है पिछले 1 साल के अंदर. रणजी ट्रॉफी में भी उसने परसों यूपी के लिए 70 करा है नीचे, 7 नंबर पे रिंकू सिंह के साथ 100+ पार्टनरशिप करके आया है, तो अब ऐसे लोगों को खिलाओ ना। संजू सैमसन ने राजस्थान रॉयल्स के लिए फिर 3 नंबर खेलना है, तो क्या
संजू सैमसन के इतने बुरे हाल है
राजस्थान
कि
रॉयल्स
शशि
में फुट डाल
थरूर
रहे
ने
हो यार
ट्वीट करना बंद कर दिया अभी।
तुम राजस्थान रॉयल्स में फुट डाल रहे हो साहिल अब।
संजू सैमसन के इतने बुरे हाल है अभी कि इवन शशि थरूर हैज स्टॉप ट्वीटिंग अबाउट इट।
नो बट श्रीनी चेतन, मतलब आप
That was a mic drop comment, Srini.
अगर अभी आप देखोगे, अभी संजू को आप मिडिल ऑर्डर के लिए ग्रूम कर रहे हो, बट वो आरआर के लिए जाके 3 नंबर खेलने वाला है, वहां बॉल अच्छा आएगा तो रन लगेंगे, तो
अरे
इतना
forget
डिस्कॉर्ड
Sanju
रहेगा ना।
Samson. Let's not waste time with Sanju Samson. मेरी बात सुनो. This KL Rahul thing. You know, if Sanju Samson was serious about it, he would have dropped from number 3 a long time ago for Rajasthan Royals. नंबर 4-5 पे खेलता, मतलब उसको अभी तक दिखाई नहीं दिया कि नंबर 3 पे उसको बैटिंग नहीं मिलने वाला है इंडियन क्रिकेट में, जाके 4-5 खेलना. So let's not waste time with Sanju Samson. Look, it's very very simple. KL Rahul is going to score runs in the IPL. Tell me one season where he hasn't scored runs in the IPL, yaar. He is going to score runs in the IPL. And अब controversial comment की बात कर रहे हैं ना, तो मैं देता हूँ controversial comment. Okay. I am not opposed to the idea of KL Rahul keeping wickets and batting in the middle order. I'm not opposed to it.
ये conversation इनको अकेले करने दो।
If you tell me कि रोहित, विराट और केएल राहुल में से आपको एक पिक करना है, and KL Rahul the middle order keeper, I would go with KL Rahul the middle order wicket keeper batter.
बस फिर डिस्कशन ही पे 1 घंटा पहले बता देते, डिस्कशन ही नहीं होती फिर।
तो सही बात है।
रोहित
अश्विन
को भी ऐड ही कर लो, जडेजा और अश्विन को।
Okay, wait.
भुवनेश्वर कुमार को वापस लाओ, ब्रिंग बैक मूवी।
रुको, but KL Rahul is not in the mix currently ना। वो पहले मिडिल ऑर्डर में बैटिंग करेगा, रन बनाएगा, फिर कंटेंशन में आएगा। ये बहुत सारे
ये सब सोच लिया है ना बीसीसीआई ने पहले।
ये बहुत सारे गा हैं अभी, so that is
उन्होंने पहले ही सोच लिया है।
और ये सब जब होगा तो इंडिया का जो टॉप 6 होगा उसमें से 5 वही होंगे जो पिछले T20 वर्ल्ड कप सेमीफाइनल में 10 विकेट हार के बाहर जाएंगे. दिस इज व्हाई आई पर्सनली हैव zero expectations from this team. I urge anyone watching this show, please have no, if you had faith, 16 there was hope, 21 there was hope, 22 personally after the Asia Cup debacle I had 5% hope. This year I have no hope, because just like the T21, the WTC of 21 and 23, they played the same top 6, and here, barring one name, it's going to be 5 of the same 6. If that 6 couldn't win you the T20 World Cup in 2022, is baar to nahi hoga, because the conditions are going to be much tougher. Australia were excellent conditions to win a T20 World Cup. West Indies is not. It's not. Upar said you have 5 matches on unknown tracks in the US. Then you jump to slow and low conditions. This World Cup, of all the T20 World Cups, all of them, all the past 9, is India's least chance of winning it this time around.
Right.
IPL की बात से भी इंडिया वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जीतती है, तो
that's what I'm saying. So they have afforded to lose 8 T20 World Cups. They'll afford to lose at least 4 or 5 more.
No.
Okay, Chetan, I'll come to you.
No, just one thing. I'm just saying that I don't want to bring KL Rahul in the mix. I'm just saying I'm not opposed to that idea. Forget Rohit and Virat. That's all.
Okay. Kuldeep is saying don't rule out Ashwin. Guys, we need an experienced spinner in West Indies because pitches are slow there. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think
Jamie's reaction is the answer.
Shabla turns it the other way.
They did this, Surami. They did this. For the 2022 T20 World Cup, they called him back some 3 years after his last T20. Kya kiya? You had a regular performing T20 player, so you dropped.
What is the possibility 1 to 100 or 1 to 10? Dinesh Karthik has a good IPL and he's also back in the T20 World Cup side.
मैंने तो सेम चीज कल कही थी, साहिल थे हमारे साथ, तो मैंने साहिल को सेम चीज बोला था कल. I said the same thing.
लेके जाना है ना. अरे आपको फिनिशर भी चाहिए क्या?
आपको जो चाहिए आप
ग्रुप आर्मी.
आपको फिनिशर भी चाहिए क्या? जेबी ऐसे ना माइक फेंक के मारने वाला कहीं ना कहीं लग रहा है.
Next question please. I just have only 2 minutes. Okay. Other countries have farewell match. India give farewell. They're ready to give farewell World Cup to seniors. Okay. Next comment.
मैं इसमें बोलूंगा. मैं कल I was at the कोटला ही निकलता है मुंह से, तो मैं वहां वॉक कर रहा था पुराने वाले स्कोर बोर्ड के पास, मैं तब क्विकली रियलाइज करा यार इतने दिग्गज आए इंडिया के अंदर, एंड देयर वाज वन गाय हु हैड अ फेयरवेल सीरीज, दैट वाज आशीष नेहरा। अब कितने दिग्गज उठा लो, किसी को फेयरवेल मैच नहीं मिला, तो प्लानिंग करो तो आशीष नेहरा की तरह करो, वरना मत करो, उसी को फेयरवेल सीरीज मिला था।
Srini, you want to say something? Is this going to be farewell World Cup?
The
or
way the
seniors?
conversation is going, the only guy who needs to make a comeback now is Chetan Sharma. अब सबको ले आए हो तो ले आओ।
Okay, yeah. We'll take last two comments quickly. Ashit Singh, Jaiswal current form is better than Rohit in T20. What do you think on this? Sahil?
जायसवाल करंट फॉर्म इज बेटर देन रोहित। हाँ, मैं तो रोहित टीम रोहित में हुई नहीं ना, तो किसी को भी खिला लो, जायसवाल खिला लो। आई एम नॉट इन फेवर ऑफ गिल। यू कांट हैव गिल एंड रोहित ओपनिंग द इनिंग्स फॉर यू, दैट इज क्लियर। गिल एंड रोहित अगर आप ओपन करा रहे हो, वो दैट्स अनदर रेसिपी फॉर डिजास्टर other than the squad which we have in place for the Afghanistan series. So either Jaiswal or Gaijkwad, matlab Gill and Rohit can't be your two openers.
To me, it's a no-brainer. Jaiswal and Gaijkwad should be your openers. Where is the why are we
तो बोल
even?
रहा हूँ, आप agree नहीं कर रहे कि रोहित को नहीं होना चाहिए? Come to team Rohit.
No. That question was different. If a gun to the head and I had to pick one between the two.
Yeah. No. But forget Rohit and Virat for a moment. Jaiswal and who should open?
Jaiswal, Gaijkwad.
Yes. Good.
Okay, but we don't have Gaijkwad in the squad, na? So who should start with Rohit? Amit asking that question.
वो minor hairline fracture है. He'll regain fitness before IPL.
Let him score 600 runs for CSK, वो आ जाएगा.
Okay, so that's for that. But right now, Amita is asking for the upcoming series, who should start with Rohit, Jaiswal or Gill? I think Sahil answered it, Jaiswal, right? You said Jaiswal. Okay.
Yeah, but
let's
Gill
take
will.
quick answers.
It'll be Gill.
Okay, but Gill will.
वो तो मालूम है.
Srini, Jaiswal or Gill?
Where is the Jaiswal 100% यशस्वी जायसवाल. उसको टेस्ट में बिठा दो चाहिए तो अभी के लिए उसको, लेकिन ये T20 वर्ल्ड कप में जाने दो. He deserves to be there in the squad, open, not just be there in the 15 for the sake of the numbers. He and Ruturaj need to open. Rohit Sharma should not go for the World Cup. He and Ruturaj need to open. मतलब ये it's a no-brainer. It's just a no-brainer.
Jamie?
Jaiswal.
Okay. Oh.
But it will be Gill.
Okay. Okay. कुलदीप सिंह कि इंडियन क्रिकेट फैंस भगवान के भरोसे रहो, भगवान रोहित जैसे प्लेयर को नॉ T20 वर्ल्ड कप खिला सकते हैं तो फैंस के लिए कुछ तो सोचा ही होगा. चलिए आप इस थॉट प्रोसेस के साथ T20 वर्ल्ड कप में भी जाइए, कुछ तो सोचा ही होगा ऑब्वियसली. नेक्स्ट कमेंट प्लीज. So unfair for Hardik, he literally crafted the T20 from scratch. I don't think so. It's unfair. He'll be back in the team once he'll be fit. Next question.
He was captain. And he was trying
we'll come to that now. We'll come to that later. Yeah.
He was trying to do something there.
Okay. Based on this comment, Jamie, my question is, why can't the Indian team go by the Australian team way? Why can't they choose their best 11 and choose the captain likewise, like format-based captain?
I wish I knew. There's a reason that team has won the only 3 ICC trophies available in the last 2 years, and I think we're going into an 11th year wondering, कब आएगा?
2024 में भी मुझे लगता है जेमी जून में बैठे सब यही कैलकुलेट कर रहे होंगे कब आएगा.
नहीं,
चलिए अगले
10 साल और हैं कम से कम before India gets its hands on any kind of trophy, because then all these guys who are now 25 to 30, they'll be 35, and then the 31s will all be gone, and then we can start hoping. So yeah.
Okay. Let's move to the next one. Jason saying, I just love how Indian cricket works. Players take rest in T20 after World Cup loss. The mob calms down. Rumors go around of dropping Rohit and Virat, and now it's made cease as some heroes return. Well done. Well, this is a valid thing. I think साहिल और मैंने कल ये डिस्कस भी किया था श्रेणी कि अगर रोहित शर्मा और विराट कोहली को इतनी ज्यादा डिजायर थी खेलने की T20 वर्ल्ड कप और वो चाहते थे कि यार अब हम ओडीआई वर्ल्ड कप नहीं जीते हैं तो T20 में हमें अपनी कंट्री के लिए कुछ जीत कर लाना है, तो उन्होंने क्यों नहीं खेली 5 T20 मैचेस की सीरीज ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ एंड 3 T20 मैच सीरीज अगेंस्ट साउथ अफ्रीका। आप खेलते ना T20 फॉर्मेट, आपके पास 8 मैचेस थे, अब आप 3 मैचेस में आ रहे हो, you've already lost the chance to play in 8 matches. Why they didn't play the T20 format?
See, let's be very honest. It's not like I'm going to select a Virat or a Rohit based on whether he's played a series or not. It's like, I'm going to pick a Virat or a Rohit based on the reputation. That's all. I'm not. If I were to just pick Rohit Sharma based on the numbers in T20 or Virat Kohli based on his strike rate in T20, why will I be picking them? There's no reason for me to pick them. What has Rohit done in T20? Tell me in the last 2-3 seasons for MI. You tell me, na. Everybody is the last MI ka season. Why is MI thought it is? See, this is where franchise cricket is heading in a different direction. Mumbai Indians thought it is necessary for them to go ahead and change a captain. This is where club cricket is setting the benchmark for the Indian team to understand.
Yeah.
And we are still stuck
That's right.
last decade. The club is showing us the way forward. There are no free lunches there. They are so professional. For them, Rohit was their knight in the shining armor. And suddenly they took a very practical call. Here is a guy who's at the swan-song of his career. We might have him on our team, but I don't see him as my future leader. So let me take a call now. I don't want to take a risk in next year's options. I don't know which way this is going to swing. So let me wrap it up now. Let me have my new captain. Let me go the whole hog and get him here at any cost. This is how a franchise is operating. So rumors of dropping Rohit and Virat, honestly, वो मैंने कभी क्या ये परसों एक statement before the team got announced. A day before that, I saw some statement. Rohit and Virat make themselves available for selection. कहीं छप के आया था ना ये?
Yeah.
I was joking with someone. I was like, BCCI would not be. Oh my God, अब क्या करेंगे? Now they made themselves available. एक साल से तो they were not making themselves available. So because they were not making themselves available, we were not picking them. Now they were made themselves available. अभी kind of क्या करेंगे? It is like 80s. Amitabh Bachchan, Shashi Kapoor, they made themselves available. Can't help it. I mean, I don't see any sense in this. I really.
Okay, let's move to the next comment. We have a lot of questions. We'll try to take as many questions as possible. Ash. Okay, Ash is asking who will be the scapegoat after T20 World Cup final? Star players or selectors or
T20 World Cup final पहुंचेगा कौन?
I was waiting. I thought Jamie will say that quickly. But okay.
And one more thing. I mean, toxic fans are not
who will be the scapegoat after India participates in the T20 World Cup? He said after T20 World Cup. So be fair to the question.
No, but toxic fans are not scapegoats. They are. Let's not go there.
Okay.
I just want one answer here. ठीक है, अभी आपके पास ऑप्शन नहीं था तो रोहित शर्मा is captain. Once Hardik comes back, and let's assume Rohit is going to West Indies, who is captain then?
Let's end the show. I have to leave.
Yeah.
ये था असली क्वेश्चन.
मजा आने वाला है. खेल अच्छा हो गया है. ये बागबान रोज नए रंग दिखाएगी अब.
तो रोहित कैप्टन रहेगा. अगर रोहित टीम में रहेगा तो रोहित कैप्टन रहेगा.
ओके.
मुन्ना भैया या गुड्डू पंडित मिर्जापुर.
आज ही हार्दिक ने स्टेटमेंट दिया है जिम का 8 मिनट का वीडियो डाल के इंस्टाग्राम पे.
You saw,
Every muscle is defined. He is showing that I am no longer the fragile Hardik which you call me. चालू है, सबका चालू है.
No, but
I think Srini's comment was the last comment of the day. उसके आगे ना कोई कुछ बोल सकता है और ना ही कुछ अब बोलने के लिए है बाकी. हो गया.
That tells you everything, right? That tells you everything.
Okay. Okay, that's that. We have a lot of questions. There are more than 200 questions that are unseen right now, and my producers are telling that we can go on and on with all the questions, but I would like to thank all our viewers for sending us so many questions. They have tagged you all. I would like to tell you, Jamie, Shreni, Chetan, and Sahil. They're tagging you and they're asking you all the questions, but I promise all our viewers that we'll be taking. We will we will take all your questions in the coming live sessions. We'll take your questions tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and so on and so forth. Thank you so much for joining with us. Thank you so much, Shani, Chetan, Sahil, and Jamie. And it was really great talking to you all. Thank you so much, viewers, once again. Thanks a lot.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज,
सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म।
क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।